The following program is a Town of Colonie television production of the William K. Sanford Town Library.
Welcome to Getting to Know You. My name is Joe Nash. Today we're going to be talking about the Freihofer's Run for Women. It is the 39th edition this year. It is on June 3rd. We have with us the co-directors of the race, Kristen Hislop and Patrick Lynskey. So welcome.
Thank you.
You guys are first-time co-directors.
That's
correct.
Taking over from George. Besides the big race, we're going to talk about that second. There's a 10-week it's called the Freihofer's Training Challenge. It's a 10-week training to get in shape for the run, and you're calling it what, Couch to 5K?
Well, it's a modified version, an enhanced version of the classic Couch to 5K program. So we have actually a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate program.
Okay.
As well.
Now I notice it's a 10-week class. There's all the information is on Freihofer's Run? FreihofersRun.com. And it's a 10-week course, and you guys are being very ambitious this year. It used to only be at the crossings, right? Now you have 6 different sites where you can sign up and go to the training. So let me make sure I have this down, and then we'll talk about it. You sign up, you go to the location. It could be the Albany Corning Preserve, the crossings right here in Colonie, Saratoga YMCA, Wall Street, that's in Clifton Park, the Alphenhouse Fitness Center in Amsterdam, and the, what is that?
I Run Local.
I Run Local, it's in Saratoga. So you can choose, you go to your training once a week, you run on your own, and then everyone meets on Saturday morning at the Colonie Town Park. So why don't
you got it?
Yeah. So why don't you explain how this is going to work, because it's not as complicated as it sounds.
Well, and we added the locations just to make it more accessible for more women. So we would hear from people like, oh, I really want to come, but
so you were only in Colonie the last 6 years, right?
Right. Okay. So we just decided, okay, Mondays we're going to keep it the same where we've always been. So we have the early morning for people who want to get in before work. We have the lunchtime for people who are available during the day, and then the evening at the crossings on
Okay.
Mondays.
I didn't notice. I saw Mondays at the Corning Preserve. I thought it was 6 at night. That's actually 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah, so we try and
That's for the real hardy souls.
Catch everybody right on that day. And then we added in the other days. So Clifton Park Y, which is the Southern Saratoga Y, is on Wednesdays. Alpenhaus Fitness is also on Wednesdays for people out in the Amsterdam area. And then I Run Local is on Thursdays. So, we want everyone to sign up for one location. So when they go in and they sign up for the training challenge, they choose their location.
Okay.
And so a benefit of choosing Clifton Park Y is you get a 10-week membership if you choose that location. But maybe, you live in Saratoga, so it's easy to come on Thursday and go to I Run Local for your workout.
Okay, and then what's this thing on Saturday mornings at the Colonie Town Park? That's everyone from the 5 locations?
Yeah, right, everybody
okay.
gets together for one big workout.
Now, is this the first year you're trying this, right?
No, we've done that.
Yeah, it's the first year that we've added these extra locations on the other days of the week. So typically, the participants would have to do the workout midweek on their own.
Okay.
This actually gives them more of an opportunity to go work out with somebody else if they want to go to Clifton Park and work out, or out to Amsterdam or I Run Local and hit one of those other areas. Rather than just doing the workout on their own, they can do that. Or if that's the one location that they can make it to during the week, then at least they get one run with a group.
All right, I should tell people, it starts March 20th, but if you're watching this after that, you can sign up and still go by April 2nd. So if you miss the first couple, that's okay.
Right.
So why don't you guys obviously look like you're big runners. What would this 10-week training, what would it be like? Like, how would you go from couch to running at 5Ks? You do start by running, or how do you, or maybe?
Well, it is a run-walk program, so it depends on who you are and how you're coming in.
And I should say there's 3.
You have the
And how
different
much running
levels,
you've been doing.
right? So if you've already been running some, you may want to choose an intermediate program.
Okay, I meant to say that. You can choose beginner, intermediate, and advanced.
And advanced, right.
So let's just say you're a beginner. what would this 10-week course be like for a beginner?
So it's a nice progression. So it starts literally run, walk, and it's 30 seconds of running. That's it at a time, and then you get to walk, and then you run again, and then you walk. And our first workout's all of about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then it
it's like
just
a minute
builds.
on, minute off. It's really
Now is
Yeah.
this?
you can do anything for a minute.
Yes. Now is
Patrick's
this?
famous
one of-
for
that's-
saying that.
It's one of
A
our,
lot of
our
women
big
will run,
mottos.
and they say that while they're running.
Now is this like a classic training for a 5K for beginners? Is it walk, run, walk?
Yes, it's based off of the Couch to 5K app that's out there, basically. But we've taken it and kind of done some modifications and enhancements to it.
And a big piece of it is the camaraderie too.
Yeah,
So
it's
anybody
just-
could
there's a
do
huge group.
the app on their
Yes.
own, but when you've got a whole group of people there and people are expecting to see you, and then we do a lot of nutrition tips and injury prevention tips and things like that, and that's why we get everybody together on Saturdays so that we can do that. So we can do more of, here's what we're going to talk about from a nutrition standpoint this week, and we're going to have event fitness personal trainers come throughout and do some strength training. We're going to do a good form running with Fleet Feet on the first week.
you're-
And we do yoga, stretching, Pilates, all
so you
kinds
do-
of extra added
So you do
stuff
a
on
whole thing.
Saturdays.
Because I know I walk at the crossings at night. For the last 6 years, I've seen the group.
Right.
They do look like they're having fun. So if you were an intermediate or an advanced, what would that 10-week thing be like?
So the intermediate starts with more walking or more running and less walking, basically, and it's for somebody who maybe they've done the Couch to 5K thing and they've finished a 5K and they think I'd kind of like to do a little bit better next time. And so we take them, instead of running a minute the first day, you run like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And walk 2 minutes, and then so it starts kind of almost in the middle of where the Couch to 5K would be, and then it progresses a little bit past that, and we do a little bit of some interval work and some other things. And then the advanced group would be, a little more serious, somebody who's completed several 5Ks or maybe even run a 10K, and they want to try to improve their time.
Okay.
And we have a program for that as
So in all these locations, would it be like 3 groups? There's 3 groups going on, and
Right.
each one has their own coach or whatever?
Yeah, so we have a group of mentors, and it's a fantastic group. So part of what's going to go out is an email on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday that will give everybody their workout, but there'll also be some tips from the mentors.
Okay. Now, have you participated in the training the last 6 years, both of you? Okay. And what would you say the years you've been doing it, do you literally have people who, you were telling me before we started, have never run, not never run in a race, but haven't ran?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, quite a few.
a lot of people who've never run a step, and they get done and they cross the finish line, and then you might see them out at another race in the summer.
Okay.
And they,
But I mean,
they
it's
keep
even
doing
as
it.
far as, like, they got out of gym class when they were supposed to do the mile. Like,
Yeah.
that's how adverse they were.
Yeah.
This is like, I do not want to run. And then they get to a point, and sometimes it's because of medical issues, sometimes it's just because of peer pressure. I talked to a woman today, and it was a friend who did it last year and said, you need to do this.
Okay.
57, signing up, never having run.
Now, have you found in your 6 years of doing this that some people end up becoming not big runners, but run all the
Yes.
time, go to a lot of races? You might see them at the turkey trot.
We have a couple people who we're trying to tell not to do so many races.
Yeah.
They're racing, they want to get faster, but they're just racing every weekend and don't understand why I'm not getting faster.
Well, and it's neat too because we've had people who've gone through the program and maybe they started in the Couch to 5K and then they went into the intermediate and now they're mentoring. So they've taken, the knowledge, they've gone out. I mean, we've had women who've started in the run program and now they're doing triathlons. I mean, it's just, it takes people a lot of different places, which is super
And is
fun.
this for all age women, or
All ages.
Can teenagers and
We've had, I think our youngest was 10 or 12 a couple years ago, and our oldest was mid-70s.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we've had a wide range of ages.
So along with the training and the workouts and the nutrition tips and all that stuff, I had it here, but I lost it. How much does it cost to take this?
$55,
$55 now,
which is a steal.
Yes.
a
You
10
get a
week
shirt.
and you get a T-shirt. And do you also get a registration for the run, the Freihofer's run, or is that separate?
That's separate.
That's separate, okay. And I'll just tell people you can register for the race. It's June
3rd.
3rd, Saturday, and here it is. The first 500 registrants, it's only $25. I don't know if we're past that today, but
Yes.
we are. So if you register by April 15th, it's $30. Then you have up until May 27th, then it becomes $35. May 30th, 40, and then the day before the race, it's 45. So it's good to register early. Do you find a lot of people that take the training challenge also sign up for the race too, or
Almost
that's
100%.
Obviously, that's the goal of the whole.
That's the
Right.
goal.
of the whole thing. Is
We've actually had a finish rate of about 78%. Of the people that sign up and start the program will actually cross the finish line on race
okay.
day.
And have you found any years that?
About 80%, actually.
And now you were telling me today is March 8th. You've already have 200 people signed up, and at all 6 locations. And okay, so that a good thing to look forward to. So now the day, the big race. It's the 39th annual. Your first year directing. Why don't you tell people about? This isn't just your 5K run through the streets. You have world class. Everyone from people you train from the couch to world class athletes and several Olympians. And this is also the championship race for something, I know, but you could, why don't you tell us about that?
Well, so I think this is one of those events that...
It's one of the premier races
especially-
in America, isn't it?
Correct.
For 5K,
yeah.
for 5K
Yes.
for women.
And for many years it was the only IAAF, which is the governing body of track and field and road running in the world, gave us a label designation as a silver labeled event for many years.
Okay.
And it was the only non-marathon distance in the U.S. to have that.
For a women's
honor.
race? That really? You think?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So, it's one of those unique opportunities for an all-women's race for runners to participate with the best in the sport. Like we were talking about the other day, you're not going to be able to, if you're a soccer fan and you play, soccer, you don't get to go play soccer with Ronaldo or
Exactly.
or whatever. But you can go out on the streets of Albany and run with some of the fastest women in the country and potential Olympians, past Olympians.
Well, they're the fastest 5Ks in the world, aren't they? Or pretty close?
Some of them.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So again, you're expecting between 4,000 and 5,000.
Right.
So this is only March 8th. How are all the preparations going? Taking over from George Regan.
They're going well.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I think I was the assistant event director the past 2 years, and I've been the operations director for another 8 years. And I've been involved with the race since 2003. And Kristen's been involved for the last 7 years.
Okay.
So, we're very well versed with the event and have been immersed in it for a long time.
Well, this is
doing all the operations and logistics and everything that goes into it. So.
I think yes, but this is the 39th time it's been here. And just correct me if I'm right, the race sponsors are Freihofer's, Price Chopper, the City of Albany. The media sponsor, the Times Union, CBS 6, 95 The River, and the other supporting organizations are Audi Albany and Garlic Farms. Is that correct? Okay.
So far.
Yeah, and we're doing some new things with the expo this year, so we expect to see a lot of new companies coming in and participating there. And we really want to drum this up and make it a little bit different this year because next year's the 40th.
Oh, okay.
And I was just talking to the Colonie girls assistant cross country coach, and this year will be their 19th year for the high school participating in the 5K. So when the race turns 40, they're going to celebrate their 20th year of having, the high school teams from Colonie High School come and race. So there's a lot of history in this race, and so it's really exciting looking forward to the 40th and what we can do. So.
Well, I should say, besides running individually, if you want, there's several categories of teams you can have, like high school teams.
High school teams, yeah.
Because I've been down watching it a lot. They always wear the same uniforms, whatever school. Yep. But you can have, and these are all categories with prizes, right?
Right.
So you can do mother-daughter, obviously a two-person team, sister-sister, grandmother, mother-daughter. Are there a lot of teams in that? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's really popular. Just think about it. 3 generations doing something together. That's super special.
There's also the high school category. There's the USATF club teams. What is
So
that?
USA Track and Field is a membership organization that supports running and is the governing body.
Oh, okay.
And
so they're like the.
if you're a USA Track and Field member and you're on one of the club
Okay.
teams locally, they have a
so
specific.
there's a category that consists of 5 people. Then there's also family and friends. Could just be anybody. And then there's corporate teams. If you want to get a team from your workplace. Is that how that's how that works? Right?
Exactly.
and
yeah,
that's
and we'd
bragging
like to
rights,
encourage
so-
that.
Oh, that is.
yeah.
I know. That's always big.
Ellis
with the,
Hospital has it right now, and they've got the
Yeah.
memorial that goes
So
out
that's
to
got-
the location.
that
So
category has a lot of rivalries.
I
Ellis
think it
has
should
been
have
holding
more.
on to it. Yeah, we
I
think
think it should have
definitely
more
be holding
rivalry.
We
I
love
know-
Ellis, but
We'd love to see more
But it would be
corporate
fun to
teams
see more
take
corporate.
part.
And that also does include
make it more fun.
state offices, right? Because I know that
Yes.
some of my friends worked for different departments of the state.
right.
There's always some bragging rights for the state workers.
Exactly.
too.
And I think people don't necessarily think about Freihofer's Run for Women as being,
Yeah.
having that opportunity. So it's always good to make sure that people do know about it.
Right, especially coming right on the heels of the Workforce Team Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've already got your team out there. They're already in
Right.
shape. They're doing the Workforce Team Challenge. They can come out and run about half a mile shorter
Hey.
1 week later, and
More space on the
and
streets.
get more bragging
Yeah,
rights.
so easier.
Yeah.
So, Kristen, you mentioned the expo the day before. There are many ancillary events. It isn't just the race that morning.
Right,
Talk about
right.
it's the day or the night before, or all these other.
So we've got the expo, and this year we're going to hold it on Thursday from 4 to 8, and then on Friday from 12 to 7.
This is down in the concourse.
And we've changed the location.
Oh, then
so
it's
we're
not-
going to be inside information here at the Armory at Sage Colleges on New Scotland Road. So it's a new, it's an armory. So it's a
Oh, up
huge,
on New
wide
Scotland
open
Avenue. You
space.
mean. Okay, that's
Yeah.
across from right past the hospital.
Right past the hospital,
Yes.
So
exactly.
the
Yep.
expo is going to be there.
So to be there Thursday this year, so we
Yeah.
decided
Thursday
to
and
do it
Friday.
another evening to give women a chance to, have another opportunity to pick up their packet. That's our goal, is to
Yeah.
get everybody get there, pick up their packet, and get ready for the race.
But you also have
beforehand.
vendors and.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And
Okay.
so Sage has so far been a great partner, so we're going
And that's
to see how this space works.
Well, that's a big building. So.
Yeah.
It is,
It's a
and
big
it
building. I
gives
think it's going
a lot
to
of
work out really
opportunity.
well. A lot of parking.
Free parking, right?
It's going to be a good opportunity for people to come down and pick up their packets early. We're trying to help the participants reduce the amount of stuff that they have to do on
Yeah.
race day. There's still going to be people who, they just want to pick it up on race day, and that's
you're not gonna-
fine. But I think the more people that can pick them up on Thursday and Friday, the better.
So it's Thursday,
Thursday from 4 to 8,
4 to 8, and
and
Friday,
then Friday from noon to 7.
noon to 7. Okay, it's a lot of time to pick up.
And
your
there'll be
packet.
a lot of vendors there that are focused on the kids, because
Mm-hmm.
we really want to grow the kids run and the junior 3K this year as well. So those are 2 other events that happen.
Yes,
on
I was going to
Saturday.
say, after the Freihofer's run, the run starts at
9 a.m.
9. At 11
change.
at 11 a.m., you're having a kids run for kids 3 to 11. And now is that boys and girls?
Boys and girls.
Boys and
right,
girls.
Both of the kids.
3 to 11, all different kinds of categories. How does
Well,
that?
at 11 a.m., we've actually got the mile and the 3K. So the 3K is for 9 to 14-year-olds.
Okay.
And the mile is, I think it's 7 to 12-year-olds in the mile.
And the same.
And they start at the same time, they start on the same course, and then the milers turn around, and the 3K keeps going.
So they're
up in
starting
the
right
park.
in front
They
of the
start
museum.
right-
saying,
Yeah, they
okay.
start at the
They start
start.
right at the start line.
Gotta go up that
right
hill.
next to, yes.
on
Although the
Washington,
hill
it's
on
not as
Washington
bad.
Avenue is a little more gradual.
Yeah, and the kids do great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
kids love it.
Has there always been a kids? Because I never stayed.
Yes, this is the 31st
Oh, all right.
year for the kids run, I want to say.
Yeah, I get it's 30th or 31st.
Yeah, and this
kids
is
runs.
our 7th year for
It
the
matches
3K.
the training
Oh,
challenge. Yeah.
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, and then after those 2 events, then we'll start the little kids run. So we'll have a 50-meter, 100 meters, a 200-meter, and a 400-meter. And those are for different age groups, from the real little guys,
so do you actually
3 or 4
get?
years old.
Do you actually get 3-year-olds running?
Yes.
Yes. It's almost more like kind of
Yeah.
falling in fast motion.
Do they go
as
straight,
They do,
or do
but they go pretty straight.
They're
most
so
of the
super
time.
cute, and they have so much fun,
Yeah.
and they
They're
get
awesome.
cookies at the end.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
not much makes a little kid happier than
So, and all the information on all this, freihofersrun.com, and there's tons of drop-down boxes for all this
Yes.
stuff. So, and if you want to sign up for the training challenge, it's right on there. It's called that. I'll just go over it one more time. You choose your location, You do your workout with your group, you work out on your own, and then everyone shows up Saturday morning at the Colonie Town Park. So very good. What have I forgotten? Anything?
So another unique thing that we're doing this year, and I think it's great for the community at large, is Sage Colleges is actually doing two academic studies on our training challenge participants. So the true beginners will have an opportunity, and they're going to say they want to participate in it. It's up to them. But they'll have body composition and measurements done at the beginning of the training challenge and at the end of the training challenge. And then a faculty member, Dr. Mitchell, will be doing seminars and lectures on nutrition education. So on just general nutrition, sports nutrition. So we want to see what is the impact of a 10-week exercise program with nutrition education on, we're calling them untrained females. And then there'll also be a component
like blood pressure and heart rate and all that stuff. Okay.
And so it's really, and then it'll really be able to give us even what we already know is that it has a great impact. Okay. But now it's going to be documented. And then another faculty member at Sage is going to look at more of the feelings. So how do you feel? What was your emotional change
as you went through the 10 weeks?
As you went through that 10-week study. Yeah. And because Fitness is also offering anybody who does the training challenge and finishes, which, we have a really good finish rate, but this should bump it up even a little bit more.
Should be 100%.
Because everybody who finishes, signs up for the training challenge, finishes the race, gets 3 months free at Vent. So our goal in that is keep them going.
They get a 3-month, what was that?
Level 2 membership at Vent Fitness.
Vent, and then where is that located?
So there's one in Latham, Niskayuna, Guilderland, Clifton Park.
The place to work out and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you make it through the 10 weeks, you get a 3-month.
Not if you make it.
I shouldn't say when you're
have a
completed.
wonderful time.
When you complete
when you cross the finish line.
When you're so sad that it's over.
You get a 3-month membership. Well, that's a good. And
yes.
So you like you were just saying though, over the 6 years you've been doing this, you're already finding this will just scientifically confirm.
Exactly, right. Because then we can say, see, it's documented.
So do you actually see vast improvement over people in your years of?
We do. We've seen.
You see it, you hear it.
Just in general wellness and overall kind of feeling, I think, but also in weight loss and in all kinds of other aspects of,
we do have
and fitness. And we've had a lot of people who have had gastric bypass or are on chemotherapy or have just come off of their chemotherapy protocol or diabetes or type 1, type 2, different kinds of things. So all kinds of different issues where maybe the doctor has said you need to go out and get some exercise. Yeah. And this is a great opportunity to do that because it's not just kind of you starting on your own and trying to go and figure it out. It's
and
a
then
good
you're saying
to get started.
The nutrition information, what the lectures or the handout information, and
so we have a trained nutritionist that'll come and we talk on Saturday mornings. So Saturday mornings is kind of our opportunity to get everybody together and go over certain things, and we talk about nutrition. And each week is a bit of a different topic. So maybe week 1 is hydration. Maybe we talk about protein intake. Maybe we talk about carbohydrates, different things, caloric intake. And then, we just ask a lot of questions or get a lot of questions asked. And, if we have one topic that kind of keeps popping up, then we'll address that.
Okay, well, good. Now, are you guys both runners? You look like you are runners.
Yes, yes.
Now that you're director, did you run in the...
Like,
did you run
almost
for like 20
every year
years?
Since I moved here 10 years ago.
Well, you can't, as director now, you can't run.
No, not this year.
Not this year. Okay.
Maybe next year. I like do everything and jump in.
Well, very good.
That's the only downside to this, because it is so much fun to be part of the race. Yep. And to be on those streets with all the women, and there's so much excitement, and everybody's all
so my wife used to run. I mean, I've been down there many, many times. People, and right before it starts, there's always that big whoop that everybody just kind of, gets going.
It's something else, isn't it? I mean,
it's a good.
Being not a woman, I can't run in the event, but as I think I was mentioning earlier, I do about 50 or 60 events a year that I'm involved in, either planning or doing something with, and this is one of those events that it's just something about it.
Yeah. Well, and
it just kind of makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck.
It's an experience.
It really is.
Yeah, so there's some things you go to, and it's like, all right, that was a 5K. It was an event. This is an experience. I mean, and that's our goal.
Well, particularly if you're with your teammates or your mother and grandmother, et cetera, your work friends and all that. So it is a big day of camaraderie and
It is camaraderie, accomplishment, fun,
and and like you say, you get to run with
exercise,
Yeah.
you get to run with
maybe a little competition.
you get to
Yeah.
you get to run with the best 5K runners in the country. I guess you could say. All right. So very good. All the information is on freihofersrun.com. It'll be on the screen here. Your training challenge. You can sign up for the race. When you complete it, you get a 3-month membership in Vent.
Vent.
Vent Fitness.
And they're all over the place. So very good. Good luck on your first year directing the race.
Thank you.
Is one of you guys going to shoot the gun off, or?
Yeah.
The mayor will probably shoot.
Oh, I forgot.
shoot
That's
the
right.
gun.
Right, and the mayor's participating in the training challenge again.
So we.
So she'll be racing.
That's
See,
right.
now-
This will be her 3rd year.
Where is she going to be training?
She's going to be training in the mornings.
Corning. Okay.
Yeah.
So people, if they want to ask her some questions, can they ask her if they run with her?
Exactly.
All right, very good. Well, thanks for coming down. And if you're watching again, freihofersrun.com, all the information. Take the challenge. It's only 10 weeks, and you'll be a better person for it. How's that sound?
Sounds
Like it.
Very good. And then we'll see you next time on Getting to Know You.